Hi everybody and welcome back to Art Shop channel. Okay guys, without further ado, we're going to finish off our luxury chef paintbrush. And this is it. Remember this? If you watch the other clips, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, lovely. Right, the next thing I did on the other clip was make the hands, and now I've painted them and given them a base coat of white a couple of times. Remember, the first time is with water and paint solution, acrylic paint, and the second time is just with acrylic paint as it comes out of the pot. Okay, so I've done all that and everything's dry. So what we need to do now is actually paint everything in, which is very exciting. So we're going to do that, paint everything in, and then I'm going to let that dry, do another clip, and then I'll show you exactly what to do with the highlights and lowlights and all the little shady bits and putting the eyes on and making it all come alive. And then once we've done that, I'll do another clip on how to varnish it and stick it on your piece of wood and do the finishing touches. Make sure you're happy with it, stick it all on as you want it, and we'll go from there. So bear with me while we do all that together. Exciting stuff, isn't it? Very exciting. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to put the camera down, and I do that manually, as you know, and I'm just going to do that now so you can see what I'm doing. So let me just pop that down slightly. There we go. That's all we need. That was quick, wasn't it? And here it is. So there you go. So you can see all that. Lovely. Okay, so let me just build it up for you again so you can remember what it was like. And if you remember, this one broke slightly, the cuff come off the arm, and now I've stuck it back on. So we're all ready with that part as well. So we don't need to worry about that. And I'll just show you roughly where it's all going to go. So it's going to be something like that. Amazing, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we're going to paint it all in. So what I need to do is, the best way to do this is do the whites and the lighter colours first, and then work your way up all through the spectrum, depending on what colours you're using, till you get to your black, if you're using black. And then we will be, because I'm going to do black for the hair and black for the bottom bit, which is going to be the trousers, because I think that's what usually the chefs wear, that sort of thing. White for the chef's jacket, and then pink, and a different pink for the lips, and a different, well, more of a red for the tongue, and leave the eyes white, and the hands, and then we'll paint the spoon as well. So we're going to do that today, guys. So thanks for watching me, and let's get on with it without further ado. So what I'm going to do is white first. So let me just take these bits apart slightly, because I don't want to get paint on the bits that don't need a particular colour. So I'm going to use my acrylic white, and I've got that to one side. And I've got my foil, you can just see it there. And I'm using that just to put my, actually, let me just show you that. You can just see it, I'll put it there. And I'm going to put some acrylic paint on that. So I don't use any pots and bits and pieces to put my paint on. I just use a bit of tin foil, and then eventually when that all gets used up, I use it for something else at a later date on a different project. So I'm going to just get my brush wet and get the excess off, and I'm just going to dab it into that paint. Now what I'm going to do is paint all the white bits first. So I think I will do his jacket first. So all you do is basically any of the jacket, you paint it white. And yes, that's the way it rolls on this. So just go around it, and it should stick fine because you've given it a base coat, so there shouldn't be any problems with that. And keep going around until you've painted it all. Okay. And keep doing that, and so on and so forth. Now I won't carry on with this because you don't want to see me paint all that in. Pretty self-explanatory. So I will do, I'll show you the little bits on this, and then you'll get the idea, and then I'll cut the clip and show you the finished painting of it. So I think that'll be quicker, because you don't need to see exactly every single second of me painting, because that would be boring, guys, wouldn't it? We don't want you to be bored. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a light pink for the face and the hands and sort of skin colour. Now, what I normally do is just get a cocktail stick, and I had one here earlier, and I cannot find it now. Where has it gone? It's done a runner, but I've got another one, so I'll get that out. And what I'm going to do with that is you just need a bit of red. So I'm using this red. You don't need much. In fact, hardly any at all. And I just go in like so. A little bit more, and then I just put it on my tin foil. You can't see that, can you? Let me move that out of the way slightly. All I do is just put a bit on the tin foil, and then I get my white, and then I put that near to the red. Okay, and then quite a lot of white. You only need a little bit of red. And then I'm going to mix all that together and then put some water with it as well. So something like that. That's quite pink. So I just need to water it down. I find if you water it down, when it actually goes on the clay, it won't be so pink. So I'm just doing that. Right, so what you're going to do now is I'm going to just try it a bit on the side of the face. So I'm just going to go along just to see, because sometimes it might be a bit too pink, but this isn't too pink. And because I've made it very watery, the clay is showing through, the white clay behind it. So what I'm going to do is just paint it, go around everywhere, like so. Can you see that? You can just see it. So you just want a hint of pink. You don't actually want it to be really pink, because that would be a little bit silly. So just go along. Don't worry if you go over onto the other bits, because we are going to shade it, like I said. So it's not going to hurt it. In fact, it'll probably give it a bit of character. Okay. So I'm just going to go around the, you see that? I'm just going to go around the cheeks and that little nostril while I'm there. Just make sure you get all the bits and pieces into all the nooks and crannies, guys. You know what nooks and crannies are? And then I'm going to do the nose, just like so. And then I'm going to do the bottom of the eye, not the actual eye, because that's going to be white, because eyes are white on this occasion. And then on the top, can you see that? So just on the top. Okay. And then that's about it. So I'm just making sure I've got all the bits I needed. So I'm just checking, I've done all that. That's a little bit under there. Make sure you just get rid of all the white. So that kind of thing. See? How marvelous is that? So we need the lips a kind of pink, but they'd be more red, and then the tongue even redder. So what I need to do is make sure I paint the ears and the hands the same color as this pink. Now I wouldn't start making, I'm going to put that down, I wouldn't start, if you run out, just put some more water with it. Don't try to make another batch, because you won't get the same shade of pink and it'll look a bit strange. So if you think you're getting low, which I was, I've just put more water with that. You can just see it, can't you? There it is there. So I'm not putting any more colour with it. I'm just making it stretch, basically. Just go a bit further. So now I'm just painting all round. It's going to be slightly lighter because you put water with it. Oh, and the one of the fingers is dropped off that I stuck on, but that's not an issue, because all you need to do is just paint it, put it to one side, and then once it's dry, we can stick that back on. So you will find sometimes things will pop off, and that's not a problem. The other finger there is a bit loose as well, but I'll just stick it back on. But I just want to make sure I paint it, okay? So let me just put that back. Can you see that? I'll put it there. So there's the hand. Now I'm just going to do the other one. Again, I haven't got much left, so I'm just going to put some more water with it to try and make this stretch. And it's still pink just, but it's going to be fine, guys. You'll get a hint of pink when we do it. Okay, and we're going to shade it anyway, so it's all going to work lovely. Absolutely lovely. So there you go. So I've got the other one, which I've done already, and now I'm going to do the ears. I'm going to make it stretch even more. And you just need to liberally paint all the ears. So yeah, it's not as pink as the original face, but don't worry, it's still pink. It's a slightly different shade because we put a lot of water with it, but that's the way it rolls, guys, and I don't want to make any more because it will change it completely. Okay, so these are less pink than the face, but that's fine, don't worry. It's all good. So that's those bits there. So next thing I'm going to do is I'll do the lips and the tongue to show you that. And then basically, like I said before, the hair and the bottom is black. So I'll do that off camera, get all that done, and then I'll do another clip to show you what we do next, because you don't need to see me do all that. Okay, and I'll finish off all the white bits as well. So with the lips, I'm going to get my red again, and then I'm just going to make, like I did last time, with the with the skin colour, a bit of red on a cocktail stick, but I'm going to use a bit more because I need it to be a redder or a pinker, darker pink than the one we've used. And then I'm going to get my white and just put that to one side, not actually on the thing, because I don't want to contaminate this bottle with that bit. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just sort of get some of the red and mix it in with the white. And that'll probably be enough, actually. Yeah, I've got loads of red there. Didn't need as much as that. You see that? Okay. So now that's definitely white. I'm going to put a little bit of water with it. So you need to play around with it to get the colour you want. And then I'm just going to paint, like literally, the lips. You see that? Around, as you do. And I'm going to put a bit more water with it because it's, you'll find it won't stick very well. If it's very thick, it won't stick very well to the clay. So I find if you put a bit of water with it, it will help it stick. So I'm going around like that. You see all that? Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. That's no good. Okay, so I need to make sure you can see, guys. So there you go. Let's put it up there. And as you can see, there's the grooves that I made for the lips. We need to try and get a little bit in there as well. But we will be putting shading in there, so it's not an issue if you miss some. And like I say, sometimes it just adds to the character of the character basically the character you're making. So all good. Okay, so just have a quick look. There we go. And then what I'll do with the tongue, I'm going to red, so it just be red as it comes out of the bottle. Okay. And like I say, it's a bit rough. I've missed bits and gone over bits where I shouldn't have done and all the rest of it. But like I say, don't worry, because we will cover those up with our shading. All right? So that's that. So I'll just put that back down there. And now I'll get a bit of red. Actually, there's a bit of red already on my foil, so because I've put too much out there, and I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to rub or mix the brush in with that, and then I'll just pick it up again to show you. And then look at that lovely red tongue there. So I'm just going to go around there, and I'm going to put a bit of water with it just to make it flow a bit easier with me when I paint it, like so. And like I say, guys, it might look a bit rough, but it won't do once we link it all in with the shading. You won't see any of these gaps and things. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? There you go. Now you can. You see that? Okay, and just go around like so. So So there you go. So that was quickly done. I mean, you could take more time, but I just wanted to show you exactly how you do it. So I'm just going to finish off the white bits and then the black for the hair and the bottom and finish it all off. And I'll paint the spoon. I'll probably paint that. I might do the top white and then brown for the handle, that's the word. But I haven't quite decided yet. But you'll see on the next clip what I've done. Okay, so I'm going to go for now. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you find this interesting in the comments below. And if you've got any questions, ask away. I'm always here to answer your questions because I'm good like that. And yeah, so there you go. So I'm going to go now, finish it off, and I'll come back in the next clip. So I've got my clicker, you'll be pleased to know. So I'm just going to try and see if that works. Now, you know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but I think it's quite funny. And I've been telling all my friends that I have a problem with my clicker, and they laugh at me, so that's good. So hopefully you will too. So I'm going to go now, and if I keep talking, it means the clicker hasn't worked. And if I go quiet, it means, and the video stops, it means my clicker has worked. So I'm going to go now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next clip. And I'm still here.